Hi everyone, this is Keith with gravesitebusiness.com. I just want to do the initial review of the HX1 camera. I just got it in the mail about 10 minutes ago and I'm really excited. I haven't even opened the outer box yet, so your first view will be my first view. Let's take a look. Nice big box from Amazon. It was shipped quickly, USPS. It came actually about 3 days earlier than they had said it would. First thing I'm noticing immediately is there's a dent in the box here, so I'm going to be sure that everything looks good on the inside. Alright, let's open this up. And I always like to be careful opening the box, just in case I have to send it back for any reason. I want to be able to use the same packaging that they sent the product to me in. So I'll be real careful here. And Alright, got my packing slip. Put that to one side. Some airbags, which will have hopefully protected the camera. Alright, the first thing that I'm going to pull out of the box is the new Sony Pro Duo stick that I purchased. Now this is the Pro HG Duo. Duo. It's specifically for video, specifically for high-speed capture. Now the HX1 has a 10 frame per minute burst mode, and I believe that this stick will help decrease the write time there. So this was kind of expensive. This was, I think it was $56. So I mean that's a fair amount of money. It's an 8 gig capacity card, but it's high speed, and I think if you're getting good quality cameras, you need a good quality stick. So that's the first thing. Hope that's going to work well. All right, let's get right to the box itself. Now the outer box had some damage, but this box looks like it's in pretty good shape. And I'm going to go ahead and open this. Right. Ooh. All right. That open. The box looks to be in good shape. The top thing is the paperwork. There's my warranty. There is the software for the drivers. Probably some editing software that's in here, so I'll be sure to look at that in a few minutes. Then I've got some instruction manuals and more manuals and more manuals. That's a pretty hefty instruction manual there, so I'm going to really look forward to taking a look at that in a few minutes. Alright, let's see what we have in the box. Alright, the thing we have here is the lens cap. Alright, now I understand that the lens cap will actually pop off of the lens once you power up the camera. I've been reading some reviews on Amazon about that, so that's going to come in handy just to protect the lens, keep dust off of it, keep smudge prints off of it. That's good. Next thing is the standard lanyard. Comes with pretty much every camera, just a little wrist strap. Then there's a neck strap, Sony neck strap. Looks to be pretty typical, pretty standard. Nothing really overly special there. Then we have the cable bundle. Now Sony uses proprietary cables for their cameras, which some people like that, some people don't. It doesn't really bother me that much. But here's a pretty hefty bundle. Now, what I'm concerned with immediately is that all the cables are in a single bundle, which I guess that's handy. But I travel a lot, and so I don't necessarily ever carry the RCA cables with me. So there's a little bit of unnecessary extra work, extra weight that I have to carry with this. But not to worry, that's pretty typical. This is an adapter. This is the USB adapter. Oh, okay, that's handy. So it plugs directly into the camera, and then there's a... Is that USB? No, this is the HDMI adapter. Alright, so that makes sense now. This is an HDMI adapter, so I can plug this directly into a high-def television and read video or pictures directly from the camera. Alright, that's good. I like that. I like that aspect to it. Next is the lithium-ion battery. This is proprietary with Sony. I've had a Sony camera for about 5 years now, and I use the same battery on it that I've always used. I think these are really durable. They hold a lot of charge. I'm real well pleased with Sony's batteries. Alright, next is the battery charger. Now what I like is that this is compact. It'll plug directly into the socket, so I'm not carrying a lot of cables around with me. This is better than what I used to have to carry. Now, you will have to charge this battery outside of the camera, so you can't charge it up while you're taking pictures. That might be a little bit annoying, but I can always purchase a second battery and have one charging while I'm using the other one. So all in all, I like that. No worries there. Alright, let's get right to the camera. Now I have done a tremendous amount of research on these cameras. I didn't know if I wanted to buy a typical SLR or if I wanted to buy the Canon SX1. Ultimately, I decided on the Sony because I've had great results with Sony. I've had a Sony for about 5 years, and it's just amazingly durable. The one that I purchased was a point and shoot. I've dropped it several times. It fell off of a car when I left it on the roof of a car once, and it still takes great pictures. So I ultimately decided on the Sony instead of an SLR and instead of the Canon SX1. I like the form factor so far with this camera. It feels good. It's a substantial camera, but it's not a heavy camera. Definitely when you're considering an SLR, it's much lighter, much smaller than a typical SLR. Nice big lens. It's the Sony G lens. It's got 20x optical. All of the controls seem pretty good. Now, one negative on this camera is that this lens in the back, or not lens, but the display will not. It'll only fold out, up, and down, and I wish that it would articulate toward the body of the camera to protect the display, but it doesn't, and I knew that going in, but that's just probably the biggest negative so far of this camera. Okay, let's see, we've got the DC in, that's for your power. Let's see, I don't think it came with a power cable. I'll have to check, but I think the power cable is optional, so it'll plug in there. This is for your wrist strap. This is, let's see what's behind this door. These doors feel pretty solid. That's the, let's see, that is the power cord right there. Excuse me, that is the data transfer cable port, I believe, right there. We have a metal tripod mount. That's good. Metal over plastic is always good. This is the battery compartment, and the memory stick will go right beside the battery. Okay, let's see, I believe that might be a speaker so you can hear video. Okay, it's pretty straightforward here. Pretty straightforward. Alright, well, I'm going to put this to use, get the battery charged up, and take some video. I'll post some videos online for you to see. Once again, this is Keith with Gravesite Business. If you're interested in cemeteries, taking pictures of tombstones, exploring old graveyards, you may be perfect to start your own gravesite business. Visit us online, gravesitebusiness.com.